Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this show by the host or the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and the opinions of the guest or the guests do not reflect those of the host or the hosts and of the channel.
So this is our code of conduct. Dumelang gape ka nako e la itse gore ke nna mang. Ba ba ngitseng sentle ba re ke letebele le ntshonyana la bora mesega wa maitsukula kaname setlhare sa moretlo se se jetseng fatoko ga tsela ka sapo la motho le lephesuo re mo metseletseleng ya rona ya podcast ya rona ya Mo Itse, know him or her. Gompieno ga ke itse gore ke a go simolla ke re a ke a gore pastore a ke a gore motho ke hurileng le ene a ke a gore a politician or a gathering, but like as I do all the time, I give a moyeng wa rona gore a ikitsise gore ke ene mang.
Ya takile dumedise ba retsi le balatedi. O buang fa ke Malwale.
Re
Malwale. Monna o sa itseng Setswana sa kwa gabo.
Ne ke re go ke ka rwa go simolla gore ne man go emela
because now I grew up in two places. Yes. Where I would speak Afrikaans. Ka weekend I have to go and give Setswana or give big so ke re Malwale Kagiso. Donald, a 32-year-old man.
Yeah.
Married for 10 years now to a beautiful wife, and then having two beautiful kids.
Yeah.
I preferred boys, but God decided to give me.
Modimo ga decidile gore no wena o siame ka ba setsa
shena ba bantle ba tshwana le papa bona. Stay in Langabach.
Yeah.
Henryville, very small community. A place close to my heart.
Yeah.
A place I saw its struggles, its victories, but most definitely its struggles. And we have pursued life through that struggle.
It's very interesting. Ga se ba bantsi ba ba reng ha ke simolla puisano le bona a bo utlwa go lela gore I'm a father, I'm a husband. Go gore by virtue of mentioning dilo tse gore they're very important to you.
Yeah. I'm a man who believes in family. I grew up in a very struggling man. I had my two parents, but you know, you grew up you know, family matters. You just want to be around your cousins, and then you get a certain element of feeling sometimes that I wish I had that privilege of having my mom and dad, and you see. So I made a vow that the time I decide to marry, I'll make sure my children doesn't feel my absence. Because I understand what can the absence of parents do to the psychological part of the child.
It's very interesting.
It's very important.
It's very interesting gore at 32 years old. That's a very young age. According to the standards, it's all fat.
Yeah.
For 32 years, you've been married for 10 years.
You must remember, bro, like that. I took my wife at a very young age. She was 19
Yes.
when I started negotiating for Lobola.
Gore.
And I knew I had this inner witness from a very young age. I remember I used to tell my friend Randall Wilson, I think you know him.
Yes.
He said he owns taxis.
Season, yeah.
I used to tell him, and he still asks me that question, how did you know that this person is yours? From a very young age, I used to watch her. I used to watch her from a distance. I knew that this one is the kind of lady that I'm looking for. But not understanding because I was very young. So I took him at a very young age till today. We are still together. We have a home. We have a church that we are running. We have about 4 branches that we are leading.
Listen to that.
And then we have a branch in Botswana. We opened it after COVID. We have a pastor there, Pastor Faith, who's under us. So, and I can say a lot, but what I say, it's within the title that or the motto I got from our school, previous school, know yourself.
Know yourself.
Ikageng
High school.
The whole story behind me is knowing myself.
Knowing yourself. It's very, like,
Yeah.
and hey, batho ba ba ske ba re bua sekgowa itse batho ba ene ntse ke ba bolella gore wena o ga o batla o ka prata ene ba ka se go ba nne ya ka rate re bue gore grace ba re fe grace moga o nyana wa gore gompieno ra go bua go le gontsi ka sekgowa go accommodate gape le gore ke batla gore batho ba ko Henryville ko Langabag mo Zeerust ba kgone go go utlwa ba kgone go go tlhaloganya ka gore go botlhokwa conversation e ga se yana ke a rona ke a batho ba ba lebellang podcast ya rona Know Him or Her podcast so go botlhokwa gore story sa gago o se bue ka mokgwa wena o feelang comfortable go se bua ka teng le gore re tle re kgone go fitlhella batho ba le bantsi ba ba tla lebellang kgatiso ya rona then o kopane le mme o kopana le ene sengwe se gore a se re mara motho man ke then I would assume you were young yourself.
Very naive.
Are naive.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, Hore. But from that onwards, an irresponsible man, an irresponsible boy grows up to be an irresponsible man. So sembontsha gore at that young age, you know, nala maikarabelo.
There was an African proverb. I'm a reader, I like to read from a very young age. There's an African proverb that I once came across when I was reading. They said, a man who drives his father's bicycle is not supposed to sit in the council of men.
Interesting.
I think what the writer was trying to say is, a man who does not know himself or cannot accumulate what their father has accumulated is not qualified to be part of leadership.
Part of leadership.
Because how will you lead people if you yourself cannot
acquire? You cannot build yourself.
And you talking about meeting my wife, it took me 5 years to get here. 5 full years. Her friends will know. I was chasing. And being a fisherman, I know the patience of the game. You know, fishing is like you having faith. You are catching something you don't see. But you're yet casting the net or the fishing rod. So for those 5 years, I tried buying her friends, you know, what I'm supposed to buy. When I find out that the money did not arrive or she rejected the money, but yet the money did not come back to its owner because obvious. But I said, no, man. If this lady for 5 years or 3 years, or she's consistent in her answer.
Yeah.
That means if I can get this diamond, there's no other miner
Ne.
that will take
Convince
chances.
her otherwise.
Otherwise. Immediately I got there, we stayed for 2 years. 2 years I was in Bible school. And when I was in Bible school, she's still in matric. And then
Sure.
after matric, she said to me, no, I have to go to school. I said, I don't mind. But before you go to school, I want to pay. What is due?
Ha ke batle
Yeah.
go tsamaye.
The mother was like, wow. Okay, you are not working. She's not working. Once you pay her, pay us.
Yeah.
What is due?
Hey,
That means you are taking her. What is going to happen to you guys? Bana le bagolo ba na le stress. You know, almost it's within our society it's built that young people still have to explore.
Yeah, o tshwantse o rotshamike ne ke go raya lo ke o tshwantse o rotshamike.
So I just told them, listen, me, I'm a man of God. Me, I'm a man of principle. And I'm not going to play around ka ngwana wa batho. I'm not going to take chances.
Yeah.
If I fail along the way, allow me to fail.
Yes.
Because failure is a step of learning, not a step of defeat. Ay bagolo by atlata. By atlata. But I managed
Yeah.
to give them what they want. And I gave her the best wedding
And
that a young lady would ever wish,
ever wish for.
by the grace of God.
Ne ke re ke tla go. By the grace of God.
It was a miracle.
Because go ya ka mokgwa o buang story ka teng, nobody believed.
No, my wedding, there was more people to my wedding. Because they
Yes,
wanted
yes.
to really see
Hey.
how would Malwale manage this. He's young, he's a pastor, we
Because
know.
Malwale hana sepe,
But I knew the value that I had and the role that I played in people's lives. What I did was to announce the date.
Yeah.
That guys, on the 16th of December, I'm getting married.
Ngidira
2018,
jalo.
I'm getting 2017, 2018, I'm getting married.
Yeah.
And you know what? The people whom I touched their life started calling me. Resources started coming.
Yeah. Mohawa mudi.
Because now, this I said to you, build yourself to a point that you become valuable.
You become valuable. It's very interesting. Ke batla go boela ko morago nya. And I think khanyaga ya go nna entse e ya go maikarabelo. A responsible young man who played a role in go aga that responsible young man. Ke mang o go gae, ke mang o reng ga o bula matlho a gago a bo gona go bona gore mara motho o teng ene motho ke se ke leng sone ka ntlha ya motho.
Where do I start? But when I started to come into my teenage age, there's a person who played a role. I don't know if you know him, Jeff Wilson.
Yeah.
He was a prominent businessman.
Very prominent
By
businessman. Ke kopane le ene maloba mo tropong mo. Ke mo ra ke bra Jeff.
Yeah.
Ga o apola di overall ana go dira. A re mo na wa ke fetsa go tlola ke a go tlola ke a go tsaya. Very busy to this day.
When I met him to come too close to him,
Yeah.
especially the Wilson family, let me say the Wilson family.
Yeah.
I was adopted, though we are related in some way, merit-wise to our family, but they played a role. Specifically Jeff Wilson and Mapopo Wilson. I think you
I know them very
those
well.
are the people whom taught me how to be responsible. You know, with Jeff, I'll go for fishing. But before you go for fishing, we used to go on Sundays, but you have to
Yeah.
go to church first.
Very interesting.
You go to church first, and then when you come to the fishing trip, You explain what the pastor said, what was happening in church. And if you lie, he will find a way to find out you lie.
Yeah.
Because he will go home and ask.
And ask.
Did he go to church? But him sending me to church every Sunday, didn't know that he's cultivating the gift that God
has put in you.
Put in me. And the
seed.
calling, the seed. So he was a businessman where we would learn on how he does things. How strict he was to us. And then he would keep us busy in a way. He would tell us, a man, you must know yourself as a man. He would speak to us. Kagiso, do you know who you are? You know where you come from? You know, it would look harsh to somebody outside, but every time when he sits with us at the dam, you have to stand there and explain yourself, who you are, what you believe in, and what you're going to be in life. And then in 5 years' time, what will you achieve? He was my role model.
Wow.
And even now, I still call him Dad because he played a big role. And then Mapopo on the side, he would teach me responsibility of using money. You know, I would wash a car for the whole year without getting a cent. But in December, there comes new clothes. You know, those days we were Jabaru. You know, I would hit Jabaru. The way underwear of from the shop. Jabaru was our label, you know. Yeah. You know, I would wear Jabaru. You know, she would teach me that I don't mind giving you money, but wash my car for a certain period of time. Yeah. Then I buy you clothes. Then I would tell her, no, I need a phone. Other kids, they're about 360.
Body V, body 360, body Motorola, body Samsung. By D500.
So she was teaching me in a way, cultivating the culture of hustling for yourself besides your parents' maintenance. Yeah. So I think from a teenage and the responsibility side, those are the two people
that
I can highlight. Chris Wilson and Jeff Wilson. Because he was very strict. Even now he's still strict.
That's a story.
He would send you with 100 rand. Oh, wanted that cash. The way he bought it. He would send you with 100 and still look for change. No matter how small it is. Tomorrow you ask him for money, then he gives you the change. Then you see, and then he will ask you. You see the importance of you bringing back the change, because I knew you're gonna look for it.
Accountability also. Dilonyana tse dinyane man. Ke tsone dio tse long gore we don't
look at it.
We don't look at those things.
Look at it.
Mama le papa bagay.
So mommy and daddy, there's an interesting story. My mom was this type of person who would challenge me with my dad, especially my mom. Okay, my child, if you give us this percentage of results, we will buy you Adidas, Nike, like other kids. Yes. Remember, I grew up with my grandma. My mom was busy, my dad was busy, but we were staying mostly with my grandma.
With your grandmother.
Maskif.
Like most of us.
Yeah, Maskif. So they would come and just challenge me in that way. I think they played a big role on my academic side also. My dad was a newspaper reader. He was working for the municipality of Ramotsira for a period of more than 32 years. So, so my dad was that time, you know, when you come to the house, you must buy him a newspaper. So they would instill that academic spirit in me and reading. So, Ntoyarona, nearly December, where you promised me label because I've done well.
Yeah.
But Rachis, you remember Rachis was
before
Rachis will be the place where we know the famous label in the quality. And then Makrisa almost student. Do you remember student was the label there in their school, the brand. Tiny Malwale o itse Maskefu itse la
dilo tsa school
di cover ko pep store
Maskefu ba tloye sekolong
I get by then it was sales
yes
Naki plan no she's sorting out sa January we are going for December re tsena go ragis o tsa nothing in Taffies you know Taffies was there
no Taffies was the thing
has not tsa Taffies Malwale o ra monna haere wa sala Big brother.
Yes,
it was World War III. I would cry, throw myself on the floor.
Oh, no, man.
You promised me.
Yo.
You've done well. We don't argue the fact that you've done well, but it will pay off.
That is so true.
And I think it's paying off now. I can buy myself.
You can
I can buy myself.
You can see it.
I thought they are harsh, as many would say nowadays when you discipline your child. But I think they played a big role in my academic role.
Re na le go downplay the authority. E ba golo nne ba na le one mo go rona le discipline ne ba na le one mo go rona to no ne ba re gola ka trauma mara if you look back you like nee man batho ba nne ba ntira motho o ke leng ene gompieno because if o ka lebella bana ba elong gore ba godile monatenyana go go gaitse
they are the ones like it's sad not that we are bragging so far, but it's sad that we knew them as those never bit about Scotana. These days where they would come to school and they have this luxurious lifestyle. The ladies are chasing after them. They have the influence. But our parents like Mama Malwale, like they were like strict. How to jating? Remember by then Kageleng was breaking Oya high.
Yes,
I don't know now, but but when you come from
Oya lunching,
o tsena krating ka morogo.
Yes. Ha dai mambolela Raymond. Ha go no bo o izing horo o jele bega or o jele ting even nobody cares if
I would be angry le mama lo alena. Oh, I'm not going to even na go le 259 253. Remember I walked from Ikagele. If you think go sin tip ke tloga magwinya. Ke go high. I want something like magwinya ke a jele phakela so I can't repeat.
You can eat.
Ke tsela ke ting ka morogo. Tare mama lo la o tshwara ke tla.
Boy.
Oh, no, tsela o boa. I would eat about for 2 rand for the chappies vela o bola
vela bona gore ba se ka ba utla gore o nkgating mo gano gofa o itse di podcast tse dingwe ba nwa bojalwa nna re nnetse coffee mo career spray
my former workplace I used to serve this coffee.
Man, and it's such a delicious coffee.
I'm telling you, the beans they use is those beans that machine crush. You know, they do it from scratch, like the articulency of it. It's the best coffee. You know, even now when I'm home and then I have run around, I bring my wife, my kids here just for the coffee.
Just for the coffee, man.
It's the best coffee I've ever tasted.
Areleboge Career Spray. For episode here today, re shootela mo ya ka o setse o buile gore this is where you worked. Because we are talking about your life journey. We saw it fit gore gompieno re bue le wena o lefa ha ne sefa nka bere lo gotamo
where I have learned to discover myself.
It's very interesting gore despite mama le papa no feel gore ne ba sa go tse sharp ba sa go tse sharp ba sa go rekele dilo tse di sharp
the luxurious.
kgotsa maybe ne ba sa go le sharp no sa itse le wena
Yeah.
o nne ba gola sharp mara ba go ruta discipline ba go ruta responsibility.
Remember, like when your father was working in the municipality by then, it was like, if Papa okay, that.
Or no,
Even yeah, you remember the currency of our country was good by then.
That's true.
So Nerega the ice about 2 cents, 2 bob, you know, man, we come.
Rex was in the 80s,
Yeah.
oh, the
So-
2 bob on that day.
I was expecting the same kind of the level, yeah. At least the entry level, yeah, was Podisa and then Sisole. You know, we were those kids, Balbaba. Papa ko bereka ko Maspala. Hora, au bereka ko Matlakaleng, au bereka guy. The status was Papa's au bereka ko
Rampa.
When we knew Ramotsirimi,
Muilwa.
the great Ramotsirimi. Now when I walk into those places, in the offices to go and check my dad, it was pride.
Man.
It was pride. To me. I will meet your mom, greet your mom.
Yes, yes.
Give me 25. Utlo text papa. Yeah. No, we know the history. So I was expecting that kind of life, but my dad showed me the part of saying, no, this is how you do things.
This is how you do things.
And like today it's his birthday. Speaking about him makes me more emotional.
It's interesting.
Blessed memory
Wow,
that I have
man.
about that man. I call him my hero.
It's very interesting that, you know, planning this whole thing, and it lands on the day of the man that you really look up to. The man that you bagolo ba rona, they are God
Yeah.
in human form.
No, that,
So I'm very grateful for you have such fond memories about your dad.
the only thing that my father spoiled me with that I didn't want to bring up, but because you're talking about me, is washing my turkeys. I don't know how to wash my turkeys even now. Because time, like I think that's the place there he spoiled me. You know, he would walk from his house in his old age, in his pension, to come to my house, take my whole turkeys,
Man.
my kids' turkeys, my wife's turkeys, and go and watch them.
Lerato leo.
The only thing that I would repay him with to collect it is to buy him a newspaper.
Nabala, man.
Oh.
The Malwale.
That guy was a reader. And very quiet.
Yes.
Very quiet. When he speaks, he knew when to speak. He knew when not to speak.
Yeah.
His silence was more louder
Than
when he speaks. And when he speaks, man, the wisdom that comes from there, I would just soak into it and just hang on his lips because I knew that it will carry me for generations.
Oh, how bua ka Gideon with so much love, so much passion. I won't quote the Bible verse hearing where it's as a parent, as a father, you need to nurture. You need to cultivate. Do not be quick as a father.
You know, there's a Proverbs scripture that say a son that listens to his father carries wisdom. I think what brought me this far is to adhere to the voice of my father.
Wow.
Because if I was rebellious to my father, I think I would have not been where we are today. The influence, the respect, the honor that I get from people is because I adhered to the small conversations that we had, small encounters of correction, And then my dad had this tendency of correcting you even by just a look, you know. Yeah, he had a way of altering your behavior by just a look. And I think I have adopted that spirit of saying, if my father is here, what would he say about what I'm doing now? Even in his absence, will he be proud?
Yes.
I think that's the filter. That filters my behavior.
That filters your behavior.
My choices, my conversations.
Wow.
And the way I do things.
I leboge Ntate Gideon for the kind of man that you are. Gore, if it wasn't for his teachings, nkabe o sefa gompieno.
I'm proud to be called Malwale.
Wow.
Yeah.
But now, it's interesting what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
From being a fisherman to a fisherman.
Yeah.
A fish of man.
Fish of man.
Fish of man.
The journey. I think it has been there. You know, when we are born in this world, you know, Professor used to say we come with closed hands and everyone has a gift.
And everybody.
It has been there. From a very young age, it has been playing a role. I think little Winnie thing has been shaped, you know, in my gift. I was this kind of kid that when you say to a parent, they won't believe it. Because of the way
he is.
The way they and it comes a long way even with my friends. They even last week we had a conversation when they asked me, you remember you used to pray when we were young, before we go for fishing, you would pray for our safety, you would pray for us to get more fish, you would pray. And I had this kind of doctor mentality, you know, like we go to a river and then moto like chocolate. And then I would just take mud and then pray over that wound, not knowing it's the mud that stopped the bleeding. So it comes a long way, and then at the age of 16, that's where it intensified. The age where I was supposed to play around. Adolescent stage where I have to fickle with the girls.
With the girls and
be
cigarette
my first sermon, Kuikageling. Oh. Kageling High School.
Of all places,
I remember Professor used to say, Ikageling is the best school in the whole Southern Hemisphere. And I believed it. And when I started preaching, I was preaching from the book of Psalm 1 because it's what I learned from Sunday school. I was saying, big brother.
For Bobby Riming District.
Yeah, I was a choir conductor. Big brother. I was a leader in the Sunday school, a choir master. I remember the first trophy we won. I think it's 3 or 1. Somewhere they say, you know, I believe those words. Like, you know, wherever I am, I must be alive.
I must be alive.
And I remember on that day of the competition, Jeff Wilson. Because now I want to go for fishing. I'm not in the area. Yeah, like I got up by then they had to make a plan for me money. Then the whole competition had to wait for me because we are the one to start. So ke apesitswe hempe le bow tie engwe a ke senele hempe ya mang. It's a house Motabi or young. Hey, what is you know, and then I was, I remember with Dorana Zamili did love with
Oh man. Don't go for that quiet.
Seli Morena, Kecha, Bise Botle, Ketzele. You know, I was a quiet and I move aboard, you know. We wonder what. Usimoni was our Sunday school leader.
Oh.
And then that's how the journey went. 16, 17, I started preaching. 18, 19. Then 19, that's where you saw me a lot. Go the funeral.
I'm like, this young man. This is a young man. Why are you so rate? Ate go masung ate go.
Go fita. Correra. Remember Pastor Sean by then. Oh, my friend.
Or Mara. Why? Yeah. And you know, like any other person who thinks Obona a certain potential in someone. You like this potential.
Yeah, I must
say something ya be rera go masung. Ga se tsonze be rera go diphitlhong. This potential could be in a court somewhere. Could be in a radio somewhere. Could be you get what I mean? Because re rata go tsa tiro ya modimo.
Yeah.
Re rata go e tsaya e be re nyenyefatsa.
And actually that's the beginning of wisdom. A man who fears God is the beginning of wisdom. That's where my life started.
Yeah.
That's where my influence started. That's why it's still, even now, I'm still preaching the gospel without any fear, no favor. Yeah. And it kept me on the map.
And this is what keeps you alive.
Alive. No, when God is on your side, big brother, who can be against you? We don't know the plans, but He knows the plans that He has for us. So for us is to follow His lead.
He knew us before we were even formed.
Before we were even formed.
The struggles.
Oh.
Rona re bona barudi ba tsamang ka di private jet ba tsamang ka di Mercedes Benz. Ga re go wrong.
Yeah.
But gana go ntse tsamao re no ke mone moruti o tsamaya ka eng o dira eng o nna kae. Ao banna le ra gore moruti ke ena a dirang dilotse.
There are struggles of being a pastor, especially a young pastor, with such an influence. Thank God that I have a wife that supports me. Oh, I love my wife.
Hare suitable partner. Modimo nara ya. Hare suitable partner.
If I did not have a wife that is supportive, I would have quitted ministry long time ago.
Wow.
Many times I felt like quitting because a prophet has no honor in its own hometown. That is why many prophets and pastors, they migrate to other cities. That's where they get body private jetted to, and they did. Because nobody knows their weaknesses, nobody knows the weaknesses of their parents, nobody knows what they're coming from. But Malwale is coming from Langava.
Why what the stigma that's attached to Langava
as drunk elders.
Yeah.
But I managed through all the negativity, all the suffering, all the financial backlash, all the rejection. There's a rejection. I faced a lot of rejection in my journey. Rejected by my friends, rejected by my family, because maybe I'm not in the same belief system as theirs. Rejected by my community because now maybe these pastors, they feel like now this young man is taking the influence that we have. I lost my reputation many times, but in a way, but not me losing it with my actions, but losing it because of persecution of being young and being straightforward and trying to live by principle. So it's not easy being a straight pastor, I think. It's not easy.
Sure. So kgang ke gore family ene o ibolella gore they will be the ones supporting you in the journey. Le bone o fitlhelele gore ke di khoga.
I think the mystery of being called can cause confusion in a family. Being called can cause your home and your hometown to start not understanding you. Yeah, like I think I don't put it as much as I expected them to. Because we grew up in a faith family based like Methodist church. You know, go Methodist, Catholic, kibo katakasima. Kidumana mora ramotato yo kodi walo kodi mo le fats. Kidumana mora Jesu Christ. You know, I thought I'm the role model of the family. Only to find out that not everyone will understand because of the mystery of the calling that I'm in. It caused a lot of rejection, even in I'm the first pastor from Henryville, even in my family.
Yes, sir.
There were pastors who were in Henryville, but they were coming from as missionaries, people from outside. But from the roots.
Yeah,
I'm the pioneer of the calling Yaburuti in my generation. And it was not an easy journey. Some were receptive, some were skeptical. Some enjoy. So I would jump between me wanting to enjoy, but yet, have you ever been in a place and you feel like I don't fit here?
Yeah.
You know? So it was a tough journey. Secondly, the church don't have money. Church needs money to run.
Church needs money
but they
to
don't
run.
have money. That is why these other brothers of ours, they come with mechanisms of how to raise funds in the church. No, you know, it's hard for... They would say to you, you know, anointing, it's transferable. If I've prayed for people, so forth, and I'll take a glass of water because I can't reach where the heartburn is.
Yes, where the heartburn
Pray
is.
over the glass of water and then you drink it. Your faith. This one is a point of contact to where the problem is, but it is your faith that heals you, not the water. That's why Jesus, when he was walking, allowed me to say it. The lady that touched his garment.
Yes.
And said, who touched me? The context there is not a matter of who touched me, but he wanted to correct the mindset of the woman. Because the woman believed, if only I can touch the hem of his garment, I'll be healed. But he made her aware, okay, you touch me, but your faith has healed you. Because if he was allowed, if we allowed that sister to live without attending to her, it was gonna say, let's just buy his clothes.
Or with this garment.
Though faith is anointing is transferable, but I'm not the type of trying to replace God with anything. My ministry is to lead people to the knowledge of Christ and to prepare them for the coming of Christ by equipping them with the Word of God, and not just equipping them with the Word of God, by helping them to overcome socio-economic problems, by empowering them.
For nna kereke ntswafisa ka yona kgang gore ga re sa tlhole re na le dikereke tse e leng gore they dealing with social economic issues gore re moruti ke a bona gore ke a koleka ke go ke neela kereke madi mara ga ke ise ke bone kereke e tsa grocery ya go e tsenya go ga mmasemangmang mara wa itse gore go kwa ba tlhoso wa itse gore mosadi o le ke motlholagadi she's a widow mara ga re mo thusi ka sepe ra itse gore ngwana o le o tlhoka ditlhapa. That is why ke gore a kere your ministry is bigger than you.
I think it goes to the matter of you knowing the God that called you. And I think if you have love for God, it is if you have love for God, the nature of God automatically comes within you as a minister of the gospel. And having the nature of God inside of you, it will be corruption for you to rob and take advantage and manipulate the people whom God has entrusted you with. So it needs the nature of God for you to give back as a ministry. I think, brother, like the kind of influence that I realize, because even at funerals, you guys, when I'm there, you can't wait for me to minister. But because I've adopted so for the nature of God, which is love. People don't know that church is all about love.
That's it.
And when you have love, some things come natural. I think my ministry has changed a lot of people's life. In my church, there are people who grew up from Sunday school. Some of them, they have studied accounting. They have, some of them are safety officers. Some of them, because I've instilled in them that you are not here to stay and pray and cry before God. You need to rise and shine.
You need to rise and shine.
For the light has come. When the light has come in you, you yourself must be the light outside. So you can't come to church and you know what is my motto at my church? In a nutshell. If you come to my church for a year and your life don't change, I give you permission to demand your offering and take a transfer to another church. Because when God called me, I made a covenant with him that I'm not going to play with people's life. Whoever comes in contact with me, whenever I open my mouth, their life should change. Sure. And it's happening. Every guest, every Sunday, even the person who welcomes the guest, make them aware that if you come to this church for a year, remember, a church is a place of transformation.
Yeah.
So if you go to a church and your life does not transform, you must check what's going on. So my ministry have done a lot. If you can look at my Facebook page, I've done a lot.
Yeah, I have.
We have given to soccer teams. We have we have given back, and thank God I have a wife. Can I go back there again?
We always go back to
Mutukio. I don't know. In her silence, she doesn't preach like me. She doesn't, but she does more ministry to me than to anybody else. Because basadi ba bamba batadi weave is 35,000 papa. But she knows the calling that I'm called.
Yeah.
If I say to her, my wife, you need to give 5,000 away, I don't struggle. That's the responsibility of the church, is to bring change into people's lives. It's to make people aware of who they are and whom God has called them to be. Remember, the scripture says, creation is awaiting and groaning for the manifestation of the sons of God. The sons of God is not those who know scriptures. It's those who know to pray hard. It's not those who speak in tongues.
Yeah.
Yes, I speak in tongues.
Yeah.
I do that. But the impact that you make. John Wesley says, the founder of Methodist Church, he says, when the people come to look at me, they come to see me burn. And when somebody burns, you also put others into flame.
Ombola a bua ka Wesley because kgang ke gore bare for you to for something to transform there needs to be flame. For each and everything that has that we have heard about in the Bible, for you to change, there should be some sort of a burning, some sort of a flame that takes you from being this person or this thing to that thing.
Remember, big brother, we are in a country where mining is the thing.
Is the thing.
And gold, after coming from dead, it has to go through fire to bring out the best quality of what it is. Before the fire, you can't tell.
You can't tell gore ingi.
And then that fire in ministry, my brother, comes from prayer. I think the more you pray, the closer you get to God.
Yes.
And the more you adopt the nature of God. I always tell them at church, prayer is a daily necessity for daily survival.
That's interesting. And hare lebelea.
So a man who prays knows the heart of God. But a man who preaches only doesn't know the heart of the master. That's what keeps my ministry in the channel that it's moving.
Yeah.
It's because I spend time in the secret place, hearing the heartbeat of the Father, and it makes it easier for me to serve people. Because in that secret place, there is a question: do you love me? You remember Jesus asked Peter 3 times, do you love me? Second time around, now, when you love me, how will I see the love? It's when you feed my sheep.
Yes.
And you can't feed the sheep without denying yourself.
You have to. The politics of the stomach.
You have to sacrifice yourself to a level to feed. And let me in that the other struggling part of ministry is where you have to feed somebody who is against you. Like this person, they come to your church, but yet they challenge you. But you have to stand there and preach and tell them God loves you.
Yeah. It's incredible gore ministry wa gago ke go aga.
Yeah.
And ke rata kgang ya gore ga o moruti fela go kerekeng. O buile ka gore re na le di NGO tse dintsi mo Zeerust. You are invited there. O phate ya tsone. Ga re go rare re re kopa gore o tle go sekolong o tle go bua le bana. You are there go tla go bua le bana and you offer your time. And go ya ka nna, time is the most important thing or the most aspect o ka e dirisang, element o ka e dirisang go bontsha motho gore wa mo rata.
I've worked with many NGOs and I've helped where I can.
Yeah.
Especially there's a one in Henryville, there's a soup kitchen. I remember when they started, the lady is called Grace House. I think you know.
Yes, yeah.
When she started, she came to me and said, Pastor, I want to start this. I don't know. I know our belief systems are not the same. But when I think of this idea, I know you can assist. And then when she started in her own stoop and so forth. But the bigger equipment like body store for she did not have.
Yeah.
I prayed. God gave me a friend, Oslizi. Then I spoke to Oslizi, the manager of Ackermans. I have this initiative with this lady. She said, no, write a letter our company can help and assist, and we manage. And with all other NPOs, she's been playing
a role.
It's better to have friends that encourages you in the difference that you are making in the community. Though it will increase your influence, not theirs.
That's true.
Yeah, she's so selfless, that lady. Every time when I come with a request, she will try by all means. So look at the I don't want somebody to die regretting that there was no one to rebuke me, there was no one to speak to me. I've done school motivational for since I've become a pastor. And every time I walk in the street, sometimes I get calls to say, Muruti, you remember you preached one this year, I was in matric, you spoke to me this way. I feel so fulfilled, like somebody who just received a check from low to star. I've done my part. Some would say I'm studying this or I'm graduating. Can you come and open in prayer because you played a part? Man, I get so proud that I'm doing what God has called
you to do.
To be.
I mentioned it in passing.
Yeah.
The politics of the stomach.
Yeah.
But is it the politics of the stomach that's leading you to politics? And I ke batla go bua ka politics specifically, but I know that that is something that you wanna venture into or that you are already into. It's on you.
Yeah.
It's not on me.
Yeah.
I get to bua about your political affiliation.
Yeah.
Because rona re create a platform o airing mongwe le mongwe o dirang selo se sentle in our community.
Yeah.
Wanang le story to share, motivation to share, life changing conversations can come through. You are in politics. What is your political stance? And leading up to, but it's 88 days to the elections, local elections.
I've received a lot of skeptical views on this matter.
Yes.
But me being a biblical person and knowing the background, and they would say, no, politics and church don't mix. Because people have taken the narrative of politics in a wrong way. What is politics? Let's start there.
I know you want to unpack that.
What is politics? Is politics the clapper, fighting, stealing, or is politics there to influence how the country should be governed? And influence in a positive way to make a difference in people's lives. So you're talking about stomach politics. If I had stomach politics with the influence that I have from the background of the church perspective, I could have started there, because there is simply I could have just taken a shoe, pray over it, sell it, and sell it to make money. But I'm entering into politics, I think, with God's seasonal way of me coming into it, because God has heard the cry of his people. If you can look in the biblical perspective, all the prophets, all but Joseph, but Moshe, who were in politics,
even
Paul, it was through the influence of God for them to go there. And me coming in Ward 15, Ramotsir Milwa, as a councillor candidate, I've seen my community suffer. I've seen Langhavag being neglected. At Langhavag, service delivery, it's a miracle for us. It's a topic of the dinner table. Because it seems like it's a celebration. Langhavag has been neglected. I grew up in Langhavag. If you can go there, the halls are dilapidated. there's no public building that has been maintained there. And me coming as a councillor, I'm not coming because I'm hungry. I'm coming because there is an edge of change that needs to happen in politics. Politics is not a matter of us rebetsana ka difeisi.
Yeah.
Let's sit on the table, disagree to agree, but to the benefit of our people. Service delivery is the first thing that comes to my mind, that our people must not struggle to get service delivered. It's easy to become a councillor. First thing is communication. Communicate with your people. If you have struggled with service delivery, you come to them and say, guys, I tried to do this, but I'm failing.
Yeah.
Can't we look at another way of coming and to assist? So me as a councillor candidate, I want to come as a person who brings service delivery, who brings change, who brings transformation, who comes to fix our community. Like Bo Multipurpose. Those are places where our children were supposed to be enjoying. If it was the desire of our leadership, they were supposed to be where our kids have a radio station there by Multipurpose, where you are supposed to have a studio. We don't have to come to places and you don't have to struggle. Like Multipurpose is a place where our kids can have an inspiring place where they do library. There must be a library, Mukasi. We inspire the reading. There must be factories. Like Zeras it's a hub of economy.
Sure.
If you don't know, how many countries, African countries, people pass
We are a gateway to Botswana, to Zim, to Zambia, to anywhere that you could possibly think of.
So me coming as a councillor, I want to eradicate unemployment. As I did in few months, I tried to. Hiring 100 young people in a JR farm where they were illegal immigrants.
Wow.
We managed to hire Doba Shabarona. Some of them left the job. Nothing comes easy. But 100 at a go.
At a go.
It's a number.
Sure.
Some of them are still working. They're enjoying the work. And for me, it's like a fulfillment that, okay, if I can do this, I'll do that. I've donated to many people, soccer teams. So if I'm in a seat of influence and of power, I can build a relationship with stakeholders. That if a government fails, then I come to Bucharest Spirit, like say we have this kind of initiative. One not it doesn't have the deposit or something upfront. So can you assist in that matter? So becoming a councillor is not a matter of eating and drinking. It's a matter of being a call center or a channel where people are able to get help from.
Wow.
Not you being ruling and saying this is my territory.
Yeah.
You become a channel of help to your community. You become a hub of help to your community. Doesn't need money. It needs you to have strategic relationship with stakeholders, both the private
and the public.
You should be a place, a room of safety where the cries of people can be listened to. And you're just taking this. You're the middleman. That's why I ventured into this. And I think by the grace of God, I will maintain the standard and the reputation that I have.
Hanne gile mola dedi.
Yeah.
Wadi bole diki. Ay ngawe gire am so.
Like Ziras is
absorb.
Let's look at Ziras, man. Like Ziras is rich. If you can look at it, railway.
Yeah.
We have trucks from Botswana who travel from Botswana to get stuff in Joburg. Well, a train can drive from Joburg. Ziras is a stop station. The trucks come. It becomes a center. And Ziras it's a center of agriculture.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, in years to come, the most influential economic hub will be agriculture.
Yeah.
And Ziras has the capability of playing a part, a king's maker.
Sure.
In that role. Because we are surrounded by farms, not just farms, and tourists.
Tourism is big.
Tourism is big here. So as a councillor candidate, I must make sure that Bo Ramos brings back the glory.
The glory.
Brenda Fassie. Bataramosa. People travel from one town passing Ziras. I think we are capable of doing more.
We are.
That's why I said, let me venture into politics, not for my own stomach,
but for the benefit of the people.
I want to help, but I'm limited where I am. But once I come into the influence of politics, I will be able to drive this dream of being a hub of help for our community.
Wow. Mr. Donald. Mr. KG. Malwale.
Yes, sir.
Mo letsatsing la gompieno.
Yeah.
Tota nne re go bileditse gore re bue le wena as Mo Itse podcast, Know Him or Her podcast. Go gora re ra go bona.
Yeah.
Go gora re ra go utlwa.
Yeah.
Go gora re every single thing that you are doing anytime gore batho ga ba go bone.
Yeah.
Rona ra go bona. And we want to let you know that re na le wena, Modimo a go tshogofatse.
Yes.
Modimo a go natlafatse.
Yes.
Modimo a go oketse and multiply whatever that is placed in your heart 100 times.
Yeah.
You are not just a fisher of men.
Yeah.
You're not just a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
You're not just a politician, but a human being o ileng gore mo lefatsheng le re tla nna re ntse re bona ditiro tsa gago re go gopola and appreciate what you do for our community. So nna ne ke re fela ke gore ke ra budi re a leboga ebile re a go rata.
Ke lebogela nako re Motswana. I'm very privileged to be part of this program. I thought it's a dream. Somebody wake me up.
Yeah.
But thank you for giving me the opportunity for Batubara Motsere and South Africa to know me as I keep on making change in people's lives. And I will continue to make change in people's life because that's what I'm called to do on this earth. Thank you very much.
Oh, go lebogile rona.
Ke a leboga.
Ya ka nna ke atle ke tswalle. Ke atle ke re o nne le pelo e ntle fa o le motho, o nne le pelo e tshweu fa o le motho, o nne le pelo e jegang e tetseng bopelotelle e tetseng bopelonolo. Gonne pelo e tletseng bopelonolo ke yone pelo e tletseng bomodimo. O seke wa lebala gore pelo e tletseng bomodimo eo o e fe motho yo fo thoko ga gago gonne ga o itse gore o tsamaya tsela e matlapa go le go kana kang. Jaanong ga o mo file pelo eo o mo file modimo. Nna ke le monna Motswana ke atle ke re fa ke tswalla. Modimo ke lerato ke modimo. O nne le pelo e ntle fa o le motho. Re tla kopana gape mo nakong e tlang fa modimo le badimo ba ratile. Salam.